Hey friends, this is Loli. Welcome to my channel. Today we are participating in this collaboration called Winter Wonderland, hosted by Shawnie from Glitzy Stitches Home DIY and Tami from Happiness Created. The link to their channels along with the link to the playlist will be in the description box below. Now let's jump into the video. DIY number 1. For this project, I'm using this candle holder that I got free at my thrift shop, and I'm painting it with my linen white rose-gold chalk paint. Then I took one of these snow globes from the DollarTree. I removed the cap. I'm going to remove the sticker, and I'm going to glue that to the top of the candle holder. But first, I use my sanding block to remove the paint from the surface to make sure that I have the best contacts for good adhesion. So then I took some of my gel super glue, and I am adding it in 4 to 5 sections at the top of the candle holder. And then I'm going to come in with my hot glue in different spots as well, so I have a quick hole and I can continue to work with this project. I wanted to give it a little bit more support, so I took my hot glue and I'm going to run it all on that seam to make sure that this is nice and strong while I continue working with this project. To achieve a seamless look, I took some of the same white chalk paint and I painted the plastic part and the union with the hot glue, so everything looked like one cohesive piece. Now while that dried, I'm going to start working with the globe. I used these 2 different kinds of faux snow from the DollarTree, and I'm going to mix a little bit of each. First, I took my Mod Podge, and I'm going to add Mod Podge inside of the snow globe using a brush. Here guys, I'm going to be quite honest, I did a mistake by adding so much Mod Podge to my globe. I will suggest just taking a chippy brush and then just putting Mod Podge in some random areas to achieve this look, because I ended up putting all the snow inside of here, and by the time that everything dried, it was pretty hazy and I couldn't see inside the globe. So, you know, do as I say and as I did here, and just go lighter with the Mod Podge. Once you add the Mod Podge, you will take a little bit of the snow and just swirl it around the entire globe, just to give the appearance of frost all around the globe. Go ahead and remove the excess and put it aside to dry. In the meantime, I'm going to be using on the cover for the globe, I added some Mod Podge to it, and then I'm adding some of that mixture of the 2 faux snows onto the top to start decorating my snow globe. I did not give this a chance to dry. I wanted to first go ahead and start putting my little ornaments that I was putting in here. So I used these trees from the DollarTree, and I'm going to glue it to one of the sides there. If you see, I put aside some of that snow so I can be able to glue this nice and straight right onto the plastic. I just used some hot glue to do that, and then I attached a little bit more hot glue in the top and added some faux snow over it to have a nice seamless, you know, transition between the tree and the snow, and it looks more like, you know, tree fell and covered the floor around the tree. I made sure to add hot glue on all the area on top of the tree and add some more of that faux snow over it. Once the tree was dried and steady, I came in with these miniature gnomes from the DollarTree I got during Christmas time, and I'm using one of them. I put hot glue on the bottom of their feet, and I'm going to do the same time, move aside some of that faux snow and glue him right next to the tree. And look how cute that has turned out so far. You know me, I'm not done yet. I'm going to add some Mod Podge to the tree, and I'm going to bring the pieces of faux snow onto the tree as well. So I'm just pretty much dousing it with some of that will stick to the Mod Podge and give that little frosty look to the tree as well, using the same faux snow. Then I made sure to remove any excess snow, shake off my section, remove any of those little glue strings that like to stay around your projects, and then I'm coming in with some more hot glue on top of the faux snow right in front of the little gnome. And I just want to add like a feel of having a pile of snow in front of him, where he can, like, you know, he was making a pile or making a snowman or something like that. So I'm just forming here the hot glue. I am not burning myself because I put enough of that faux snow on top of the glue to be able to do that. And here I'm just adding some more of the snow just to make sure that everything is nice and covered. I do not want to see the hot glue show through. Now that I'm satisfied, I'm going to see if the glove fits properly and there's no issue. And there I noticed that it was, you couldn't see anything in it. So I figured, okay, it's not wet, it's not dry yet. So I said, let me just use the heater. Don't do that. I melted part of it and I'm not happy about that. Just give it its time to dry and then come back in. So here I scraped off some of that faux snow off the glove in order to have my little seam be seen around from outside the globe. And now I am putting it onto the base and see how it looks so far. Next, I'm going in with some of this ribbon from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to cover up the cover there that has the little corrugation with this blue ribbon, just to give it more that warmth and that, electric colored blue that you see usually during winter time. And this is how we are looking so far. You already know it, I'm not done yet. We gotta embellish this a little bit more. I am using this silver string light ribbon from the Dollar Tree. I just make sure that everything was nice and neat. There was places that where they were separating. I fixed that with some hot glue, and now I'm going to add it on top, and it's exactly in the middle of the blue ribbon here. I just worked in small sections and just keep adding the ribbon on, and there you see it all coming together. Once I have gotten to the beginning where I started, I just cut it nice and neat and flush and stick it in together. Then I'm taking some more of this ribbon from the Dollar Tree, and I'm going to add it right in between these two eucalyptus pieces. For some reason the camera cut off when I glued those frosted eucalyptus pieces to the bottom there, like it was just attaching with some hot glue looking towards the outside. And now I'm just doing a quick little bow, and I'm tying it using the same silver twine that I used to add on the blue ribbon at the base. Friends, just a quick reminder to go over to the description box below once this video is over, so you're able to enjoy all the DIYs from all my fellow creators that are doing some beautiful work that you do not want to miss. Friends, here I thought I was done, but then I decided to make some last minute changes. I came in with this lagoon color from Waverly, and I just painted the base of this. This is after I decided to do a couple other DIYs, and I wanted to make sure that everything was cohesive. So I painted the base like that, waited for it to dry. Then I took some of the white Rust-Oleum chalk paint, and I just did a quick dry brush on top of that blue. Then I was like, you know what, I want to change that ribbon. So I went ahead and took the ribbon off, and instead I replaced it with this buffalo check black and white ribbon, just to have everything be nice and cohesive, and have you say my favorite thing is to make trios, it seems like recently. So I just wanted everything to match, so that's why I made these changes. Let me know which one you like better, the one that I did first or the second one with the changes. As you see there, all I did was make another bow exactly the same way that I made the other one, but just with the buffalo check ribbon instead. I do have to say that the different thing that I did with this bow is that I took a small piece of the same ribbon and I wrapped it around the jute cord, so that way it will be cohesive and you will not see the jute cord. It would look like it's just one single bow. Then I went over and I glued it right in the same spot that I had the other one at, and here it is so far. Or not, actually there was a little piece of hot glue that was at the top that I didn't like, so I just added another piece of the boxwood right on top of that, and this is how it ended up looking. Let me know how you like it, what are your thoughts, and here we go with the second DIY. For this project I used one of these cutting boards from the Dollar Tree. I didn't paint it, did anything to it. I love the color that it already had, and it just matches perfectly with my theme that I have going on for this. So the first thing that I did is I took this wreath ornament that I got from Dollar Tree during Christmas time, and I just removed the hanger, and I'm going to be using the same ribbon that I used for the previous DIY. I'm going to go ahead and measure an amount that's enough to go over the top and the bottom of my cutting board, and I just went ahead and cut those lengths. Then I simply came in with some hot glue and I attached it to 3 different spots in the front. I didn't want the glue to be oozing out, so I chose to do it that way to avoid any messy glue anywhere. And then once I make sure that I have it nice and straight, I'm using the indentation then as a guide. I just flipped it over, and I'm going to put a hefty amount or a generous amount of hot glue on the back to give this some nice security so it will go nowhere. Next, I took the wreath and I'm going to glue it with using some hot glue right on the middle. I just added it in 4 different spots, make sure that everything was nice and straight, and I just pressed it down until the glue dried. I wanted to add something to the top, so I just took a little bit more of my ribbon in the buffalo check, and I'm going to just attach it to the middle of the handle. I just used a tiny dab of hot glue and a heftier amount in the back. Friends, here, don't forget to use your finger protectors. And if you're enjoying this video, don't forget to subscribe. It is free and it means the world to me. Next, I took some of the same boxwood that I used for the previous DIY and I glued it onto the part there where you see the buffalo check ribbon. Then I added a small bow right on top of where the boxwood was glued. And here it is, all complete. I love this piece, guys. Let me know what you think. Alright, so let's move over to DIY number 3. For this project, I used this sign that I got on clearance from Family Dollar for $1.50. It was originally $3. And then I painted it with white in the base, and I'm going over with the same lagoon color that I used for the same DIY onto the letters there. And I'm going to be painting the snowflake with some metallic silver folk art paint. There were some places where the paint was not as neat, so I'm just coming in with a smaller brush, just cleaning off my edges and making sure that the letters stand out really nicely. And then as I finish doing that, I'm using the leftover paint just to add a little bit of distressing with the white on top of the blue letters to give it a little bit more of that look of snow or, frost, if that makes any sense. Then I took the same silver paint that I used for the snowflake and I just used a little dauber and painted the frame. Once everything was dry, I flipped it over and removing the hanger that it came with. It was very hard to remove the staples, so I quit trying to do that and I just went and cut it off as tightly as I could. And I'm taking some of the same buffalo check ribbon that I used for the previous 2 DIYs, and I'm going to use it to create a new hanger. I took the ribbon and put a bow at each end, and I'm just going to be attaching it to the top there using some hot glue. I placed the ribbon onto the hot glue, and I did that with both sides. And then once that was secure, I came in with some more hot glue on top of the ribbon and on top of the board. And I'm going to use some of this Scotch tape, or I don't know, masking tape, I'm sorry, to add it on. It just tends to fuse together with the glue and it gives this a lot more security. And I'm just trimming off the exit to make sure that everything is nice and neat. And let me guess, you think I'm done, right? I'm not done yet. I'm going to add some of this little boxwood to this as well. I'm going to just trim it a little bit and I'm going to put it at the frame of this, looking towards the outside, if that makes any sense, towards the edges of the frame. I'm going to just glue it using a bit of hot glue, trying to make it as flat as possible so it doesn't, you know, like stand up. So I just added some hot glue there, placed the little stem on there, held it in place until that dried, and then I did the same thing with the other side. And now you know it, we're gonna come in with some more of that buffalo check. We need a bow over here, so I just made another awareness bow, or this kind of bow like that. I find that you can either obtain this by doing an awareness bow and bringing it down, or just flipping it the way I did there. I just used this black piece of, what is that? Yarn. Yarn is the word I'm looking for. And I just used it to tie this out. It's perfect because it did match the same colors of the ribbon. I gave it two nice knots, trimmed off the excess, and I wanted to make this the same as the first one, so I just went over and dovetailed the ends, made sure that the bow was neat, and then I'm going to place it right in the middle of the boxwood there. I just attached it using a little bit of hot glue. Then I decided that I wanted to put some of that ribbon on the union there of the yarn and the bow, so I just added a little bit of hot glue, added a piece of the ribbon, and then try to tuck it in under as best as I could, just to cover that and give it more of a finished look to this bow. And ladies and gentlemen, this is done. Here it is. I really love this. I was thinking that I was done with the whole winter decor, but it is so cold right now. We haven't really gotten snow yet here in New Jersey, but winter is definitely here. I love the gnome. I love the colors. I love that blue. The blue is beautiful. And I love the way that I was able to find a cotton board that was exactly the color of this paint I had going on. So, I don't know. Let me know, guys. I am excited about this one. And do you still have winter decor up at home, or do you decorate for Valentine's Day? I would really love to know. I hope you enjoy these DIYs. Let me know which one is your favorite. Thank you as always for watching. Be blessed, be a blessing, and craft responsibly. If you would like to follow me on social media, here you see my social media links. And make sure you say hi, and I hope you truly enjoy this video. Take care of yourself. Don't forget to say hi to my friends on the playlist, and have a great day. Bye.